Okay, so welcome to our very first BookCast podcast, which we're only going to call a BookCast.
The BookCast.
I'm going to introduce everyone. My name is Marcy.
I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Lisa.
The book we're going to discuss today is the latest Sookie Stackhouse book, which is... What is it?
Dead Ever After.
Yes.
Not the latest Sookie Stackhouse book. It's the last Sookie Stackhouse book.
It is.
I just want to point out there's the epilogue that's coming.
Whatever. It's going to be an online release, only like 2 chapters.
It's gonna be a real
Exactly, a novella type of
book.
thing.
It's costing me a real book price.
That's what they do.
One thing Charlene Harris said that really stayed with me when we met her was that, the reason Sookie Stackhouse and all the characters are the way they are is because all of those types of characters make money. And she likes to make money when she writes books.
That's what I like about her. She was, speaking of the show that they have on HBO, she's never dogged it out. Because you have some authors who are like, you change one word on it, and they get all mad. How could you do that? But she's like, I'm perfectly fine with it because it's making her money.
That's true. She's like, it's a completely...
All right, we're back.
We're back.
And we're back. All right, so we had a little technical error, so we're going to recap what we just talked about. Okay, so I was saying, I think we're clear. All 3 of us like this series. We really like the books. We like the writing style. It just was a little bit too clean of a wrap-up. Everyone's happy together, and Bill has Karen, and now, what Pam is the sheriff, and Eric has all the power he always wanted, and it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah. I did not like that they were like, oh, everybody, they were like, oh, this is why this person is perfect with them.
Yeah.
Oh, this is why this, it was just like, I didn't like that it was so neat.
But for an entire series, for 13 books, this was really good.
True.
I mean, most of the time you stop reading after book, 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot of books.
And then you're like, I've never read anything by this person again.
Yeah.
But we stuck with her, and she's produced good quality work.
True, and I want to read I want to read more series by her.
Are you going to read some of the earlier series, like the mystery books that she does?
know.
I have some downstairs.
Do you?
Yeah, I'll bring them up.
Well, she has that other series that she was writing when we saw her at the book festival.
Oh.
Like An Ice Cold Grave. I have that downstairs, too.
Is that like a supernatural series?
Sort of.
Because that's what she said. It was going to be another supernatural series. But here's what bothers me. She was like, oh, you'll see Quinn again. All eye to eye with me. And she was like, see? So I wonder if he's going to be a side story. The were-tiger with the were-tiger girlfriend and the were-tiger babies.
No, I doubt it. Because he showed up, and that's how you saw him again.
No, why would she say it like that, though?
Well, then why would she say to me?
With you?
No, well,
I'm gonna side with Lisa. I wasn't even there, so I don't know what she said.
No,
but
I'm done with Quinn.
It's possible that she may stay in the same universe, but she'll focus on different characters. And they do have. I mean, he's the one person whose relationship just doesn't seem to be resolved.
She did say that she was done writing about Sookie.
Oh,
that's all she said. She was done writing about Sookie. Sookie's story was over.
He would be a great centerpiece for a story because he does all the he was doing Eric's wedding.
Yeah.
He does.
He can go
all kinds of supernaturals
and seriously, you couldn't spare a chapter on Eric's wedding and its awesomeness.
I know.
It was probably Viking crazy.
I
know. Boats and killing.
Yeah. Big horns coming out of his head.
I mean, her wedding with Eric, before that, the ceremony before that or whatever, didn't they kill someone?
I can't remember. I thought there was all I remember was like a knife.
That was it. Oh, here's the knife. Oh, thanks. I'll take this knife.
That was it.
We're married.
Yeah, that was it. It was like, what?
And
then
what?
I'm married.
To get divorced was like, oh, I'm going to cut myself. Oh, okay, I'm not yours. Here's your knife back.
That's part I have to say, I was so heartbroken for her at that point because I think she'd been struggling with her relationship with Eric, and it was like one of those things where she felt like she was stuck because they were married and she was never going to get out of it, right? But right? So because it was like vampire marriage.
Right.
So she
It's not
felt
real
safe,
marriage.
but they were having problems.
Yeah.
She was willing to work on it and whatever. And so I just put myself in that situation. They wrote it and I was like, how would you walk out of that room?
I know.
Like that?
I
just
did. I was
couldn't do
heartbroken
it.
for it. That had to be
Yeah.
tough. But
Yeah.
then I was like, it's not a real marriage, and it's to Eric. Who cares? Like, I'm so
I love
anti-married.
Eric.
I'm so against it. In any
All right, let's be
series.
clear to all of our hundreds of millions of listeners that are going to have this bookcast. Jennifer, in one word, two
Team
words.
Jacob.
Team Jacob. Yeah. Team Jacob, back to when Taylor, Laurent, or whatever was, Laurent,
Taylor.
whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Lautner.
Shark Boy.
Lautner.
How come I'm not
When
even a
Shark
Twilight
Boy-
fan and I know his name?
When Shark Boy was under 18.
Hey.
It's a little gross. I felt
Well,
dirty
then
in that
when he was
movie.
Is that
I
legal?
did
Can we
too.
can we legally say that?
Well, he's over 18 now. I mean, as long as we don't accuse him of fathering our baby and then taking it back.
True.
Like,
I still feel dirty because yeah.
Yeah.
Even later, but yes, no, I'm definitely. It just makes more sense. Plus, she'd always talked about wanting babies and not wanting to be
did she
turned.
talk about that?
She did.
She said,
Yeah.
yes. She is
I'm
this
so confused between the movie and the book.
I know
sometimes.
it's hard. It's hard.
Sookie, right?
Yeah,
We're talking.
Sookie.
Well, to me, let's
Talking
Twilight.
about Bella, we're talking about Sookie.
What are we talking
Who knows?
But she's always seemed to be a creature of the day, because there's
Yes,
all of
she
those
was
things.
Fairy.
Well, and it's never overtly discussed, but she's always tanning. She's always outside, and I actually think that Charlene Harris did a wonderful job with not saying she is a creature of the day. We're
No,
dating a
I
creature of
thought-
the night.
That's
She
what
didn't
it
beat.
did.
She never really
Okay,
beat you over the head. She would just, write scenes of her being in
Yeah.
the sun and loving it.
All right,
and so you just got that.
FYI, Sun, Fae, or not, if there were fucking murderers out for me all the time, I would not be laying out in my grass sunbathing. How many times did she get
True.
attacked during the day, during sunbathing? I swear to God, once a book.
I'm like,
Come
how
on,
does she
girl.
even? Why would she even leave her house?
I know.
She's got like.
Why would you
protection.
be in that house? I would be
True.
living in the middle of an apartment, 1-bedroom apartment, surrounded by a whole bunch of people. There's a guard at the front door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. You got to be buzzed
Bubba.
in.
Yeah.
I would have some
Bubba.
witches come in and
Love
say, put all kinds of
Yeah.
guards around. I would not be living in the middle of the woods someplace,
Yeah,
surrounded
true.
by cemeteries and was it vampires?
And
just
it was
wouldn't
a
do it.
really lame it was a lame, 2 sentences about why she wouldn't leave. She was like, oh, Stackhouses have been in this house for over 150 years.
Oh,
Like,
I think
okay.
I think we
And then I
agree
was-
that the ending was
How
just
many
too
Stackhouses
pat.
have been murdered in this house?
True.
Yeah.
Come
Oh,
on.
dear.
Did they go into the mom and dad dying in the book? I know they did it in the show.
Oh, did they? Maybe I'm confusing it then because
I don't
thought
think they did. Or maybe
in the
another
show,
book.
they drowned, but
Something about the
on the
Band-Aid?
bridge.
The
I
bridge.
think the
on the
Band-Aid was in the
bridge.
book. Where her Band-Aid was in the backseat of the car. And
No,
that's when they
that's-
talked
that's-
about
no,
it in
that's
Water
True
Fairies.
Blood.
Oh,
That's
really?
True Blood.
That's
It's
True
not in the
Blood.
book.
The water fairy thing. Yeah, I
And
think
then
that's
she
in the
was
show.
like a sun fairy. I'm gonna have to reread them. It's hard.
Yeah.
I am excited for this season.
Maybe we should have reviewed the book before we started.
Well,
the
it's hard
bookcast.
to review a whole series.
Yeah, there's
I know.
a lot.
Well, she has companions.
Oh, does she?
She has
Oh,
companions.
that's true. Yeah.
companion
Well,
book.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know. I really liked the book. I thought it was a good end. I don't know.
It wasn't a perfect end.
it was too.
I never liked Sam.
I've loved Sam forever. I was so happy. But
Well,
when-
out of the dudes that were in her immediate
True.
vicinity, he was the best.
and
Alcide
I
is
liked their
wishy-washy.
partners.
No, Alcide is awesome. He was
Alcide.
under
Not
Debbie
in the
Pell's
book.
spell.
No, in the book he
Yes,
was always
he's
like,
whipped. Okay, so
True.
he
She's
has
like a witch in the book.
issues.
She was part of the
He's
whole
always-
witch craziness in the
Oh,
book.
yeah?
Who?
Yes, Debbie
Debbie
Pelt.
No, but even after that, he was always, he never wanted just Sookie. It was always like, ooh, Sookie would be a good advantage because of her, she can read
He
people's
came
minds.
across as wishy-washy, and that he just seemed to deliberately always pick the wrong girl and never could realize that they were jacked up. Just seemed that there was something off about him.
That sounds like a boy I can fix.
Yeah, I guess Sam was the best choice, but I like that they were partners in business.
Yeah.
They'd been friends for a long time.
Well, one of the, at least what I remember from the other books, but a lot of times when she would get to the point where she was like thinking about Sam in that way, she would always say, I'm not going to date my boss.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, she said that clearly a few times. So it kind of gave you the impression that, yes, there's a chance that would happen.
Yeah.
If, you know, they didn't have that boss and subordinate relationship.
That's true. Maybe that's why, I like that part of it too, though. And I liked that at the end, it wasn't like, oh, and they lived happily ever after. It was, well, you know, she said,
I am
might be
Sookie
together.
Stackhouse.
Did not read it like that.
All right.
You
I
know,
know how.
she's
I
like, I'll
am
be okay
legend.
Either way, we're gonna see how this goes. If it works out, great. If not, I'll be okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I
I guess that was good. It wasn't like a end all be all. I love Sam, and he's always been the guy. There was none of that.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, true. Yeah. But I was wondering, like, she's not gonna leave her house. I guess he'd leave his trailer, but it's like
He's
so
in a double
conveniently
wide, or
located.
it wasn't even a double wide. It was
He
a
takes
single
nice
wide.
care of it, and it's right behind his business.
I would be moving
That's
in
so
with Sookie.
convenient. Yeah.
And now she's like uber rich.
Good point.
She owns her house.
Mhm.
She gets $30,000 a month or something like that
True.
every month, and then she has this whole like other set aside money. And I was like, oh God, man! Now she's rich and she doesn't have to be the waitress. She's now this whole new thing. Sookie can be. I was like, how much more?
Mhm.
Tie the
Yeah.
Make sure that knot is good.
There better be kids in that vlog. I want her to have cute little half fae, half wearer babies.
Well, wait a minute. The kid can't be a shapeshifter unless they're both shapeshifters, right?
Oh, that's true.
Unless she has some crazy fae influence.
It's entirely possible.
But her kid will always be fae. Right? Because Jason is too? Is that in the show or in the book?
I remember
He's not
something. He didn't have
He's
something.
not fae. I don't think
that's
he's.
why.
Yeah, he's got something. That's why all the girls always love him.
No,
Oh,
Sookie,
right.
Sookie is clairvoyant. What is it? Psychic. That was a gift from what's his face.
And he didn't give it.
No, from the from the lawyer,
The lawyer. Yeah.
Dr.
Somebody-
Kilamides, whatever his Greek name.
Yeah, and
That was a gift.
But he didn't give.
And she has no other. So she really has no innate powers.
True.
Not like on the show. She doesn't have like her little power thing.
No, but there is something she has.
She does have something.
They talk about her and Jason both having this. Everyone, people like them.
That's true.
That's upsetting.
Yes, they did.
It's just weird.
But there was something Jason didn't have that she did, and that's why she got a power, and he was like, I'm not gonna do
Now,
this.
all right.
But I don't
So
remember what
it's
that was.
the book or the show.
I feel like it was the book because
I think there
Mr.
is
Whatever
something.
isn't even in the show yet.
So,
And I want to put a bid to have a queen on the show if anybody.
Oh,
Alan
I
Ball, if
can't
you're
wait.
watching.
All right, here's another thing. The cover of the book, they put his tail on there.
I know.
Why? Make
Well, they
him
put
a
Wolf
more major.
too. They put Alcide too. Alcide was on there.
That's
Wolf.
true.
They're like, we're just gonna put everybody on there.
What was Sam in the big fight with the Wares? Did he turn into an elephant? He turned into something huge in the last big fight with all the shapeshifters. He was like some huge
In the book?
animal. Yes.
I don't remember.
In the last big fight that they had. I think he was a
I don't
were
think
elephant.
No, wasn't he
Or
some like priest? No, wasn't I?
I thought it was some kind of.
It was
I
something
don't know.
huge.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I
That
can't
was
remember.
book 12.
We
I
really
feel like-
need to. We will, next bookcast. We promise to review the book
All
that we were
12
actually
All
talking
12
about.
books
Yeah.
before.
And
Or
then we'll
what-
have to do 13 again because we'll have forgotten by then.
Right, exactly.
It was something huge. I remember that. I feel like it was an elephant.
That's
can't
weird.
It was bigger than a tiger. I know that. It was definitely bigger than. Maybe it was a lion. Maybe he was a lion.
I don't know. I thought it was a cat, but I don't remember.
I mean, if he can change it into any animal that he wants, I feel like he should be more powerful than what
like
he
a
is.
bear.
He can. I
Maybe
mean,
it was
if
a
he
bear.
can. What is? Does he have to see it or something like that?
Yeah, I think he has to look at it, like a
Not-
picture. Or
He doesn't
something.
even need
He
to
has
get
to
like
just
some
think
type of
of it.
DNA or
No,
because he
I
can
thought
be
in
like
the
a saber. He can be
show,
a
he just think
dinosaur.
about it. But I thought he made a point of saying that he had to like look at a picture to turn into it.
I mean, he could be a dinosaur. He could be a pterodactyl.
That would be awesome.
Although,
Not really blending in well, but he could be a pterodactyl.
well,
Well, if you're gonna fight with a bunch of bears.
Oh, yes, exactly. What? You're gonna
Like
turn
a
into a
T-Rex.
wolf?
I know. Your little T-Rex.
With the little arms.
I feel like it was a lion. Now that I'm thinking, it was a lion.
Yeah, I feel like it was a cat. I don't know. We'll review for
Yes,
next time.
We shall review.
I do like, our friend ECL. She was telling us she hates Twilight. Because Bella is the worst heroine ever.
True.
Especially for like teenagers to be in love with and want to like be like. But I think they did a really good job in the book of giving Sookie this like will and determination to remain who she is, not try to be like anyone else. She like stayed really true to her like rednecky type roots.
I like that she wasn't very smart, or she certainly didn't think of herself as very smart. I like the character, and there was what you just said reminded me of one of my favorite parts in the book. It was really short. It was when you first met Karen the Slaughterer, and Pam was talking about how he likes, or either it was Pam or somebody else, like really powerful women. And then that's, these really strong women, Pam, Karen, and then that's kind of, I don't know if I didn't really think about it before, but then you really see Sookie in that same light.
Yeah.
And I really liked that.
Yeah.
Because it kind of brought out, this is who she is. At least this is how Charlaine Harris sees her. And it's been writing, about her. So it's really cool. I like that.
I thought it was kind of crazy that, I'm thinking about myself. If I were in a situation where every day for 5 days I almost got killed, or somebody got killed in my yard while they shot me, or something like that, there's no way I would feel guilty about sleeping in if I had house guests.
I
The
know.
guy to make them breakfast.
I like that
cute.
about her, though.
It's so
She's
nice.
so clean, and that was one of the things with her and Amelia. They were both neat freaks, and so they would just go and they would just clean the entire house. She had the whole Southern mentality, your hospitality thing down, and that's one that, with Charlaine Harris's books, especially her mysteries, you see that Southern culture kind of flow through her books.
What I love about Charlaine Harris is that she totally looks like just a house mom.
She does.
She's got like the short pruned hair that women get because they, want it to look pretty but don't want to do anything with it.
I hope she doesn't listen to this. We really do love you.
We do love you. She's going to be our #1 fan, I know. How many bookcasts are there for Charlaine Harris, right? There's got to be
some. I don't know.
We're the first.
We're the best.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I love that about her, that she isn't this, like, crazy, like, I don't know. She's not really into the whole drama of being famous and anything either. It's
Getting
kind
a
of
makeover.
like,
I kind of like how she didn't make her characters look like her. You ever notice that some of these authors, they bear like it's like a striking resemblance to the actual character.
They're like a 10-degree prettier.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. There was Anita Blake or whatever that stuff was. That was another series. I got like 2 or 3 in, and I was like, this is getting too weird. But the character was, like the pretty version of the author.
Yeah.
And I think even with the Twilight, series, she was like the pretty version and the younger version of the author. Yeah. But this, I didn't get that impression that it was like that.
So how did we feel post-Sookie, a post-Sookie world?
It was sad. It was the same thing with Twilight. Like, it was just such a sense of loss.
It's not. We have True Blood.
We do, but I feel like that's different. It's gone.
It has.
So different.
Really different.
Actually, that's why I can watch True Blood, because it is so different that it doesn't actually bother me.
True.
I can watch them as if they were 2 separate things.
Yeah.
I think for me it's easy because I didn't pick up the first book until after I had read or I had watched the first 2 seasons of True Blood. And so right away when like what's his name? The gay cousin.
Claude?
No. The Tara's gay cousin. He dies like right away in the book.
What's his name? Laurent? No, not Laurent. That's a different vampire.
Lafayette. Yeah. So he dies in the first book, and I'm like, what? Lafayette, he's like an integral character.
Yeah.
So, and then Tara plays a completely different role.
Yeah.
Which I kind of don't like, because I like in the book that she's the only semi-normal person. Because Jason's a little dumb.
Yeah.
You know, and he's never really been on the level with her. And I feel like Charlene Harris tried to write a brother-sister thing in, but I mean, I have brothers, and I didn't really find it believable that you could just totally write someone off, but then they'll, like, be so mad that you're in jail. I'm like, my brother right now, he lives, 40 minutes away from me. If I were in jail, I'd get a call, like, maybe the next week. What happened? He would, like, be there, like, get her out. Or anything.
Man, that sucks for you.
Right. So, I mean, it's just not my experience with brothers. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wish that like this last book maybe had been 2 books, and we could have talked, we could have had the whole devil and whatever, because I feel like I didn't really understand it.
It did feel like
she
2 books
should have
in one.
she should have focused on
And then the whole Eric leaving could have been a whole book.
I know.
Because whatever, there's always people who want to kill Sookie.
I know.
And what about Hunter? They
The
just
little
kind of
boy.
leave that open.
That was terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah, that was so weird, because that was just kind of like thrown at the end, like, oh, hey,
And maybe she won't focus on Sookie, but maybe she'll focus a little bit on him. I mean, she can stay in this whole world and never have to deal with Sookie.
Yeah.
Or even if she chooses to, she can always I kind of miss her. I'll bring her back, as a guest.
Yeah, like,
or whatever.
that was Aunt Sookie on the phone or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, I
she
hadn't
could.
even thought of that, but I would like that. I would like the Quinn one. I think that'd be really awesome.
I think so, and I think that there's enough of a background where he still has growing to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's still issues that he has to deal with that she can really kind of work with that.
Yeah.
All right, so the next bookcast. I don't know where we should go.
Which
do
book
my
we should do?
first.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe we should, instead of something we just read, maybe we should we can just pick up a book that we've all read. It doesn't have to be something new. I think
We'll review it first,
yeah,
listeners.
exactly. Instead of okay, let's try to find like what we're doing with the book club. We don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
But I feel like it should be something that's popular for all of our fans to be relevant.
We
Gone
can do the Hunger Games movies coming up.
Oh, I'm
That'll
so
be
excited
relevant
for that,
again,
yeah.
and we can talk about that. That'll be a nice contrast because you have these 2 characters
We could
that
do a
kind of
podcast as we're
similar.
waiting for the midnight showing
Yes.
of Hunger Games
Right?
to start.
I think we could
hope.
do-
Yes, we
Yeah.
have Ender's Game coming. Have you read Ender's Game?
Oh.
I
Let's go
just
about this game.
finished Ender's Game.
So I've got to pick that back up again because
I'm
the
gonna
movie's
read it. Yeah.
coming
I
out.
just read it, and I was telling Jennifer, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this, Peter. And she's like, who's Peter?
Who's Peter?
And Peter was like, wait, the brother didn't really play a role. I was like,
That's
when
what
was
I
last time you read it? Major role. Come on, people.
I didn't remember.
All right, I'm
that
gonna have to
at
pick it
all.
up again. It's coming out in
Yeah.
November.
November.
All right.
Yeah.
Always
Same with the Hunger Games.
November.
Yeah, same with the Hunger Games.
I have to say, for all the series I've read all the way through, no series has touched me the way Harry Potter did.
Yeah.
I was crying when Dumbledore died. I was sad at the end of the book. I felt this empty void when it ended, because it wasn't happy. It wasn't wrapped up all nice. It was just moving on without me. The story was just moving on without me, and I was just stuck.
Yeah.
Stuck thinking about how cool it would be to go to Hogwarts.
That first one is my favorite. The movie is my favorite, although those last 2 movies were excellent.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I hate to
But
say this,
it was
I've
my
never
favorite.
read the books, and I don't even think I watched the last couple of movies.
Oh, you need to do it.
Yeah.
Yesterday in the house, I said, I don't know, I said one of the spells, Expecto Patronum or something like that. Just randomly, and Abby goes, are we watching Harry Potter? So, all right. So, this is the What Book? Book Club Bookcast. It's a supplement to our book club.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just get together and I'll read, whatever books we think are cool.
I
Relevant.
like it.
Mm-hmm.
Or irrelevant. I like irrelevant sometimes.
Yeah.
I agree.
And we're going to go watch How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. Maybe we
Some
can
of
talk
us are
about
gonna
that.
go home.
We want to meet the mom in How I Met Your Mother 7 seasons later, or however many seasons.
I think we're like on 8.
Oh,
It's ridiculous.
all right.
have
I need
no
to see that
interest in
mom. All right, so I'm Lisa,
I'm Marcy.
I'm Jennifer.
and we're out.